like a perfect house? Anyone here? So I guess the previous two speakers, I can't beat them with humor or fitness, but I can beat them with health, hopefully. All right, just to give you a brief bio introduction. I came from China in 1991, came here for graduate school, then went to Florida State and the University of Michigan, graduated in 1999. After that, worked in university for 4 years, then moved to Bay Area, tried to start my own company, which didn't take off, and then go back to the company to work. Finally, decided to write a book, so that's my current occupation. I look forward to finish and come back to the real life soon. Now, this talk is about my quest for health. And that quest started in 1997 when I was a graduate student in Michigan. In the winter, I flew back from China, somehow got a cold, and I was so sick for 7 days. I basically couldn't get up. I had a fever for 7 straight days. I cannot move. Class started, but I just cannot get up. You know, before 1997, I was a person who was very diligent to go to see a doctor. I just love going to a doctor office. And my roommate used to joke at me, said I should marry a doctor. Whenever I got sick, I tried to take medicine, try to see a doctor. I basically trusted modern medicine a lot. But after that day, those 7 days, what I found is I couldn't rely on medicine, and somehow I have to be strong myself, right? If I got sick, taking a pill, taking medicine doesn't help me to recover right away. What if I would never get sick again, which is become my quest, my passion for after this. And this is what I want to achieve, basically perfect health, that I will never get sick again, and I will never lose a single working day because of being sick. And that's my definition for perfect health. Doesn't mean I run faster than other people, doesn't mean I'm thinner or have stronger muscle. All of the other indicators has nothing to do with my definition for health, right? So being healthy, in my definition, is just not getting any disease, not seeing a doctor, not going to hospital anymore. All right, but how do we achieve perfect health? Well, when I look into that, I actually become a student of home treatment. I read all the books about home treatment. I look at all the different things about being healthy, how to achieve maximum health. And what I found out is there's 3 major foundations for health, for being healthy. The first and the most important is actually emotional health. People, I know someone get cancer because they are very depressed. They are very sad. People could become ill when they are angry. So when you have all those emotions, when you get stressed, when you get sad. So there are actually 8 different negative emotions I started. All those emotions would lead you to being unhealthy. You lose your immune system. It's easier to get a cold. All of that is related to your emotional state. Okay, so this could be another talk, but I actually found a way to achieve this peaceful emotional state at any time, no matter what happens. So this is a promise. Well, after I listened to Tony Robbins and I learned some technique that help you to, if you feel upset for anything, you could immediately restore your emotional peacefulness. And secondly is healthy eating, which means always eat fruits, vegetables, no fast food, no soda. I basically eliminated soda from my life, no red meat. So that's the eating part. Now today I'm going to focus on daily exercise. you always need oxygen to detoxify yourself, to remove all this toxin we accumulate every day. So exercise help you to breathe, to help you to get all the oxygen in. The program I use is from Runmeter. It's an iPhone app. I downloaded, and it has all this GPS tracking. It has time announce every 5 minutes. It can announce where you are, how well you do, and you create a map. So just give you more introduction. It can track you every day, and they have this green, red indicate how well you do. The yellow is the medium, and if you do better, then it's green. All right. So my first day with this app, after I got my iPhone 3GS, I discovered this app. This is my first app actually on iPhone. I was so excited. I walked outside the library. So that's my first exercise. And then you can see the next month, I was quite excited. Every day is filled with activities. However, from May to July, it's almost empty during weekdays. And what happens is on May 10th, I started a new job at eBay. And I was so caught up with my work, I have no time for exercise. Then weekend, I still try to do some exercise. So by August, I figured I have to get back to my running routines. So I picked up running again. I have a 5K race to go. So in the next 3 months, I did pretty well. I lost momentum after 3 months again. As you can see, this is up and down. There's no consistency in exercise. So my real, what the story I really want to tell is how I achieved consistency after June 2012. So on June 3rd, we listened to a tape by Tony Robbins about how to maintain the consistency of the exercise. I traveled to South Korea in July. I lost a couple of days during the flight, the time difference, but still you can see it's pretty, I try to feel every day. In China for 2 weeks, some from losing the flighting time and the daytime change. So this is the last 2 months. Now the reason is all red is now I take a walk instead of running, so the speed is slower. But the whole February, there's no single day missing. So that's my lesson is first of all, if you know the importance, you want to do something. First of all, you think it's important. Secondly, I give it highest priority because every day there are other things can come up. There is urgency, there is a need to do something else, you are caught up. So now I give it the highest priority, and no matter what comes up, I just go out to run first. And then get ready in the morning. And now the activity is very enjoyable. For me to go out is fun because the first few minutes, I use the Tony Robbins method to count everything I'm grateful, everything I feel good about myself. So that's and the result is I never get sick in the last 3 years after using this app. Thank you.
So we have a little bit less than 10 minutes for questions, but let's start. Anyone have any?
Yeah, so you said you haven't been sick in 3 years. Have you got any kind of thing where you've shown a real impact, like you stopped doing it for a month and you did get sick, or you?
Yes. So if I don't,
proof that it doesn't work.
So if you see those days I didn't go out exercise, I immediately feel it's easier to get there's a tendency for me to feel tired, easier and easy to maybe I have like a borderline getting cold. I immediately.
But is fatigue or something you're tracking as well, or you're just saying?
No, I'm not tracking. No.
So as you were balancing the spiritual or how emotional and the diet and the exercise, how do the three of those fluctuate and interact with one another?
So first of all, the exercise, you have to do it no matter how you feel, right? So exercise is like given. You just go out even though you don't feel like doing it, and you get yourself into the mood. The The diet is, I think these three are independent. You have to pursue them, all of them. Yeah, they each have their own techniques.
Mhm.
Do you measure sleep at all as a component of your overall health?
Yeah, my sleep is very good. Since early, I tried the yoga methodology. I never had a problem of sleeping. But I tried to use a sleep cycle iPhone app. It actually tracked my wake up time during sleep, how well my sleep is. I did that for 2 months. But anyway, I can go to sleep in a few minutes. I never had a problem falling asleep.
Sorry, what was that app called?
Sleep cycle.
Sleep Cycle.
Anyone else?
When you're out of your habit of exercising, how did you get back onto the habit?
Right. So before I used like a race, 5K race. That's in the beginning. But now it's already a habit. It's like I feel it's the most important thing to do. So it's not even a habit. I block time for it. It's always the first priority in the day. I have to do this first before I do anything else.
Any others? So I just want to know, we're looking at some patterns here. We're looking at patterns of that discipline is very important in achieving your goals, setting your goals, also that having some sort of philosophy behind and plan that you're going to have, and some mentors. So just keep that in mind as you think about your own tracking projects and how you can achieve your own perfect health. Okay.